They said, you know, if you really want to sing a good song, you want to write a good song, you got to dig deep. Yeah, you got to dig deep. And I was thinking about this thing, and I think this happens to everybody. It's this little thing that will happen sometimes. Usually when you're asleep, then you'll wake up, and there'll be something on your mind. You're dreaming about it. Something that happened to you. Maybe it happened to you years ago. It might have been something bad. Usually it's bad. Sometimes it's good. And the taste, the feeling in your side of you, and the pain or the joy, whichever it might be, it just seems to sit with you for a whole day. You can't shake it. And I've had this happen to me before, and that's kind of where the song came from. And so I dug deep. And one of the things I dug into were, when I was growing up, believe it or not, I was kind of a shrimp. And I cried easy. I got picked on a lot. And when I woke up one morning and remembered some stuff that had happened to me clear back when I was like in junior high, and I just couldn't get it out of my system. And I'm sure any songwriter, I'm sure Jake will agree, when sometimes it's something's inside, you gotta get it out on paper, right? So I wrote this song, right, and this was like the deepest I probably ever dug, and this is the first time I performed it live. My family's heard it. It's called The Child in My Mind. Well, I woke up this morning, chasing cobwebs from my brain, awash in vivid memories of innocent younger days. And the feeling was so tangible, though many years have rolled, walking down a two-lane highway with a busted, bleeding nose. And that old simple reverie let the sluice gates open wide. I couldn't stop the flowing, didn't really even try. And as I let it wash all over me, my soul was shifting ground, while my mind and heart were fighting. A single teardrop trickled down. And I've asked myself some questions, but the answers didn't please me, 'cause I tried so hard to leave it all behind. And I told myself some lies, but the truth would not believe me, 'cause the child I once was still lives in my mind. I guess those old pains had stacked up, and like dominoes that fell, unraveled all the history from an unforgiven hell. Getting shoved down the church house steps, or my face pressed in the snow, always looking behind for sawhorse trips and kick me hard sides on my clothes. The last one picked for recess games, endless teasing on the bus, with no one to confide in when adults betrayed my trust. Ridiculed and labeled, pushed into circle fights, recall the truth as I'm able, for passing years have dimmed the lights. And I've asked myself some questions, but the answers didn't please me, 'cause I've tried so hard to leave it all behind. And I told myself some lies, but the truth would not believe me. For the child I once was still is in my mind. As I look down that broken road through the fog of age and pain, stuck in the mud of memory and the cry of old bloodstains, I wrapped my arms around myself and held that young boy tight. He hugged me back and walked away, faded from my sight. And I've asked myself some questions, but the answers didn't please me. And I've tried so hard to leave it all behind. And I've told myself some lies, but the truth did not believe me. For the child I once was still is in my mind. The child I once was still is in my mind. And that song makes my chest hurt. Thank you.
Dave, that was great. That was great. That was really good. I like that one a lot. That's a good song. Well, this is the last